Hi, my name is Lysandra. Welcome back to the Math Resource Center at HCC Almere campus. In this video, we'll go over question 1 in the Solving Systems of Equation by Substitution and Elimination handout. So the question reads, solve the following systems of equation by elimination. And we have two equations. 4x minus 5y equals 49. And 2x plus 7y equals negative 23. So for our first step, we're going to rewrite the equations and number them as 1 and 2. Now, since this is a problem that we have to solve by elimination, we have to eliminate one of the two variables. In this case, we're going to choose to eliminate x. So that will be our next step. In order to eliminate x, we need to transform one of the two equations first. So let's try equation number 2, and we're going to do that by multiplying by negative 2. Now that we have transformed equation number 2, we could go ahead and eliminate the x. Once we do that, what is remaining of our equation is negative 19y equals 95. And that actually solves for y, and y is negative 5. Now, for step 3, we have to substitute. Now, for step 3, we have to substitute y, which is negative 5, into one of the two equations. In this case, we're going to substitute it in 1. And once we've done that, we could just solve for x. We have that 4x plus 25 equals 49. We have that 4x equals 24. So we have that x equals 6. And that will give us the answer to our problem, which is 6, negative 5. And this will be the final answer for part A. Now let's move on to part B. As we did in part A, the first thing we're going to do in part B is rewrite the equations and number them. Since we already have the equations rewritten and numbered, we could go ahead and eliminate y. For that, we're going to use equations 2 and 3. Now we could go ahead and eliminate our y's. And what's left of this equation is 5x plus 3c equals negative 1. And that will be equation number 4. And we do exactly what you just did with equation 2 and 3, but this time with equations 1 and 2. But we're going to transform equation number 1, and we're going to do that by multiplying it times negative 1. Now that we have transformed equation number 1, we could just go ahead and eliminate the y's. And what's left of this equation is 5x times plus 9z equals 17, and that will be our equation number 5. For our next step, we're going to use equations 4 and 5 in order to eliminate our z's and calculate our x's. However, in order to do that, we need to first transform equation number 4, and we're going to do that by multiplying it times negative 3. Once we have done this, we can just add these two equations, eliminating the z's, and what's left is negative 10x equals 20. We could use this and solve for our x, which will be equal to negative 2. Now for our next step, we need to substitute x equals negative 2 into equation number 5 to find our z. Once we have done that, we could just solve for z. 5 times -2 is -10 plus 9z equals 17. Then we have 9z equal 27. Then z is equal 3. And then we could go ahead and substitute x equals -2 and z equals 3 into equation number 1 to find our y. And once we've done that, we could just solve for y. -2 times -2 is 2 minus 5y. -5 times 3 is -15, and that equals to 2 minus 15 is 5y minus 13, that equals 2. 5y equals 15, and then y equals -3. Once we have that, we just say that the solution to this -2, -3, 3. And that will be the final answer to this problem. Now, moving on to part C. Let's start by rewriting the equations and numbering them. Now that we've done that, we could go ahead and eliminate y by using equations 1 and 2. We could go ahead and eliminate the y's, and what's left of the equation is 6x plus 2z equals 24. That will be equation number 4. Now this equation we could simplify by dividing by 2, and we'll get 3x times z equals 12. Now we'll go ahead and do exactly what we did, but instead of with equations 1 and 2, with equations 1 and 3. And now that we have done that, we could go ahead and eliminate our y's, and what's left of these equations is 9x minus 4z equals 36, and that will be equation number 5. Now our next step is to eliminate z by using equations 4 and 5. But first, we will have to transform equation number 4, and we'll do that by multiplying times 4. Once we've done that, we could go ahead and eliminate our z's, and what's left of the equation is 21x equals 84. And we can solve for x being x equal to 4. Now for our next step, we're going to go ahead and substitute x equals 4 in equation number 4. Once we've done that, we could solve for z. 3 times 4 is 12, plus z equals 12. Then z will be equal to 0. Now for our last step, we're going to have to substitute x equals 4 and z equals 0 into equation number 1. And once we've done that, we could solve for y. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4y equals 24. We have that 4y equals 8, then y equals 2. And this will give us the final answer to this question is 4, 0. And this will be the final answer to this question. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions.